doing some podcasts, and this is one that I'm going to call Getting on the Same Page. One of the issues that we have with dog training and different methods and all is other methods, the goals are different for the trainer than what they are for the dog. The dog has a simple goal. He wants the bird in his mouth. He doesn't care how stylish it was. He doesn't care about how many. He cares about getting the bird in his mouth. Okay? Simple stuff. The trainer has a different goal. The goals are completely different. The trainer wants steadiness. He wants, I don't know, a sporting shot. He wants to get a limit, things like that. His goals are different. But he never gets on the same page with the dog. So, because of that, their methods cannot be based on cooperation. Cooperation is working toward a common goal. Cooperation, working toward a common goal. Conventional dog training, there is no common goal. He wants the bird in his mouth, and the trainer wants those other things we talked about. Well, I think what's important in the way my method works, it's a little different. I know that the dog wants the bird in his mouth, and my goal is the same. I want the bird in his mouth. And if I keep that focus, and I keep that in mind when I'm doing my work with the dog, I will build cooperation, I'll build trust, I will have all of his natural style, intensity, and drive and everything because he gives all of that to get to his goal, his strategy of getting the bird in his mouth. Now, it's also important to realize that this can only work if you have good prey. It has to be realistic. The bird is the teacher, not us. So, if he gets pushy on a bird, or he smells it out there, he's beyond gunshot range, and he smells a bird, and he gets pushy, whatever, and he flushes it, whatever, that's all fine, but he has to lose in doing that in order to start understanding that there's an important strategy that will work, and it includes me. So if he wants to go out there and bump and chase some birds, in the early part of our training, I'll let him do that. That's all good. As long as I've got good wild acting birds that he's not going to catch, then that's how it goes. That's how he learns it. That's how dogs used to be trained to be good partners in the field. There were lots of birds, old school stuff. There were birds all over. You could go out and find a lot of birds all the time. So you take him out there and you'd only shoot the ones that he stalked and where he pointed and waited. That's the only ones you would shoot, the ones that he did what you wanted him to do. Now, you changed his strategy, but only for the better because he's out there bumping and chasing and not getting anything. And here you come along and you show him, let me show you something. If you don't chase it and just let me know where it is and don't chase it, I'll kill it. Because I have an ability. I have something that you don't have when I'm talking to dogs. I have the big teeth. I have the ability to kill it. I have the ability to bring it down. He knows he doesn't. He's had enough experience when he's had a few birds. He bumps and chases, but he doesn't get the bird. He doesn't get rewarded very often, if at all, for that. So when I come along and I show him this other way, I've got to show him first how I'll do it and then turn him loose so he can understand it on his own. And that's what he'll do. He'll begin to understand that, hey, if I'm steady and I don't chase it and I stalk it and we act like a team here, a team just like wild dogs do, like wolves, coyotes. That's what a pack is. Everybody working together for a common goal. That's the problem with dog training nowadays. We don't have a common goal with the dog. The trainer's goal is obedience. Obedience is nothing a dog wants to do or knows anything about or has no experience with. It's not in his nature. What is in his nature is finding strategies to successfully get something that he wants. It's important to understand that all we're really doing is increasing his odds of success. That's all we can really do to help him. It's all about increasing his odds of success. It's not about success every time. That doesn't work that way. Wolves, coyotes, hawks, whatever, they lose more than they win. Doesn't matter. They pick the strategy that does the best job of increasing their odds of success. If you work a dog like this with the method that we use, where it's based on cooperation and trust, then he learns real quickly that he wants to trust you. He wants to be on your side. He knows you're valuable. You're somebody. You can put that bird in his mouth. And that has to be my goal and his goal. I don't work on trying to make a dog steady. I never say whoa. I don't use an e-collar around bird stuff. I don't need any of those things. I have him on a check cord, and early in the training for a young pup, let him bump and chase. And then what I'll do is put him on a check cord just so I can slow him down. I'm not telling him to stop or anything. I'm just slowing him down so he can watch how his chasing isn't working. But if he slows down and watches what's happening here, he'll see that I shoot the bird, and in the early part of it, I'll bring it back to him or let him go, whatever. And he learns, you know what, this guy's all right. This guy can put him in my mouth, exactly what he wants. And then we build our relationship from that point.